One of the things that led me to make this video is, the end of year assessment that each and every of us are making. And mind you, I'm one of those people. I never used to do an end of year assessment. I would never sit back and look at my life or look at how the year has unfolded and unpack, what I need to work on, or look at the things I've accomplished. I was just looking forward to the next year, and I saw it became a vicious cycle. I would just look forward to the next year and just hope things are gonna fix themselves. Well, that's not the case. Hi guys, welcome to another video by Help by Grace. I hope we are all doing well. I hope we are celebrating this holiday season with peace and love. I hope we're just grateful for the year. It has been quite a year for some people. For some people, it has been a very challenging moment. For some people, it has been a great year. For some people, it has been not too awesome. For some people, it depends. Everybody has their perspective of how they have seen the year, of how they have experienced the year. So I received a call. Actually, I'm the one that called one of my siblings, and it was on the occasion of a birthday. And I was like getting all excited. I was like, happy birthday. And one thing he said that caught my attention, he was like, I don't really think I have achieved anything this year. This year, it just feels like it just went by so fast. It went by quickly. I started the year and I finished the year, and I've looked back and I don't see what I have accomplished. Well, that was very discouraging to hear someone say that on their birthday. It was a very discouraging statement. So one of the things that led me to make this video is, the end of year assessment that each and every of us are making. And mind you, I'm one of those people. I never used to do an end of year assessment. I would never sit back and look at my life or look at how the year has unfolded and unpack, what I need to work on, or look at the things I've accomplished. I was just looking forward to the next year, and I saw it became a vicious cycle. I would just look forward to the next year and just hope things are gonna fix themselves. Well, that's not the case. Things don't usually fix themselves unless you have to put an effort to it. So the reason that he, was mentioning this to me, and I was looking at life in a certain way, I was asking him, okay, what made you make that statement? And he's like, I don't really feel like I've done anything this year. I don't really feel like I've accomplished anything this year. And I told him, you have accomplished life. How about we start from there? You've accomplished life. A lot of people who started the year with you, they're dead. And where there is no life, there is no hope. But at least where there is life, there is hope. So let's start from there. You've accomplished life, so you're alive. That's one accomplishment. Another accomplishment that you have accomplished is you've accomplished celebrating a birthday. Yes. Who made the rule that you must have a cake, you must blow candles, you must, I don't know, be extravagant on that particular day? You could as well choose any other day to celebrate, but I think what is special about the birthday is the fact that you remember that, as the lay people would say it, you have gone around the sun, but we don't live by the principles of the world. So your birthday comes to remind you that you were born, you came to this earth, and you have lived that far. You have lived this number of years, and there's a privilege, there's a purpose. So if you're still celebrating a birthday, what I mean by celebrating, if you are still able to live from one year to the other year on your birthday, then there is a purpose that you are supposed to fulfill. There is a purpose to that. There is a purpose that is attached to your life that needs fulfillment. So we already mentioned two things. One, we have achieved life. Two, we have achieved a birthday. As trivial as that looks, that is a lot. Because I don't know, but each time your birthday comes, you're counting an additional year to your life. So you're counting an additional year to your life. Now, the other side might be, people might turn to look at, okay, I'm growing older. Am I growing wiser? Am I financially stable? Do I have any tangible relationships that I have that, are working for me? What are my accomplishments? What are my achievements? Now, if you get to that stage where you're asking yourself those questions, I want you to look at the good side of it. If you're asking yourself those questions, then you're trying to find out what exactly is the meaning that you are attaching to the life on earth that has been given to you. What are you doing with your time? Because time is of essence and time is limited. Time pass. We're already 5 minutes into the video. I can never recover the other minutes that just passed by. It's already in history. That's it. But it's still gonna keep on going. However, there is a future. There is a future ahead of me that I can plan. There is a future ahead of me that I can lay down. The Bible makes us to understand that we should make our plans and put them in the hands of the Lord. It says specifically that whenever we make our plans, we should put them in the hands of the Lord. So whenever you make your plans, whenever you draw down your goals, whenever you put down your objectives, if you have any projects, it's always very essential that you put them in the hands of the Lord so that He might guide you. He'll order your steps. He's going to tell you exactly. He leads you in a direction, because I think it's in the book of Psalms that says that your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. That gives us direction. And how do you know God gives you direction? One of the ways is through His word, to direct you, to show you. Light is there to illuminate you so that you see, because we are living in a dark world. It is a dark world, and it's sometimes it can be it's like an enigma. You don't know which is which. What looks like it is not usually like it. So this video really is an encouragement. If you've gone to that point where, like my sibling, you're asking yourself, you haven't really achieved much, take it as the first stepping stone. Don't use it as a stone to shoot yourself down. Take that stone of worry and place it down. There's nothing you're going to do about it. There's nothing you're going to change by worrying about it, I meant to say. Because it's like a rocking chair. It rocks back and forth. There is no potential energy. There's no kinetic energy. You're not moving forward and you're not ascending. There is a movement, but you're staying on the same spot. That's the same thing that worry does. It makes you stagnant. It keeps you in one place. So take that stone and put it down and step on it. Let it be the stepping stone. Okay, I have achieved life. I have celebrated a birthday. What's next? And lay down your plans. Lay down your plans, both short-term and long-term goals. Short-term goals could be like goals you want to achieve, maybe financial savings per month. It could be diet changes. Short-term goals are realistic. They're achievable. They have real numbers. They have values attached to it, and they can be evaluated. And then you set for yourself long-term goals. And these long-term goals should be a reflection of the short-term goals. It should be like a shadow of the short-term goals. For example, why are you changing your diet? You're changing your diet because you want to lose weight. Maybe your ideal weight in the nearest future is to be, I'm just going to put a hypothetical number, 160 pounds. And currently you're weighing 200. You can't lose all that weight in 4 months. It's possible with science, but There's a lot to it. But you can put yourself realistic goals. You can put exercise as a short-term goal. And then the long-term goal of that is the weight loss. You can put diet changes, modifications, activities. You put all these things, and then there's a long-term reflection that is you see into the future. That is where I'm headed. And you have to include people that are going in that same direction. When people come and they're eating pizza, you can't join them and eat pizza. Or you can't join them and eat all the fried food and every other thing that's unhealthy, because you are killing your goals. And at the same time, you're killing yourself. And at the end of it, if you're truthful to yourself and do your self-evaluation, you're going to find out that you're either where you started, or you've even taken many more steps back from where you started. So you're backwards. You've gained speed in the wrong direction. So we have just a few more days left for 2025. It's not a lot, but it's a lot. In that, it's not a lot of days, but it's a lot of days to change much. So you've achieved life this year. If you look at 2024 and it looks like, I don't know what I really achieved this year. First of all, you lived the year. Take this time as a time to look at the lessons you've learned, the people around you. Take this time as a time to look at what do you really want to do with your life? Because clearly life is not truly in your hands. It looks as though it is, but it's clearly not. Because if God decides today that, okay, I'm calling you home, what are you going to do about it? Do that. Find your purpose. Why did you come here on earth to do? Did I just come to live life, get married, have children, have a good job? There is something more fulfilling than all of that. When you find your purpose, you find your calling, you find your purpose, you find your calling, and it leads you to your destiny. And most essentially, I always say, your relationship with God can never be matched with anything else. Because you can lose every other thing, but don't lose your salvation. That's most important. Because we are all called to die. The Bible says it's appointed for every man to die. It is appointed for every man to die. I've never seen a man that has lived forever. Or a woman that has lived forever. I have never seen. We're all going to die. So as much as you're planning these goals and making these changes, make sure you're aligning yourself to where you're actually going to be. And that's going to be with Jesus at the end. So, I always say I've been helped by grace. Truly, I am being helped by grace. It's not easy. And I hope that you're able to find yourself and enjoy the rest of the year. With that said, Merry Christmas in arrears and Happy New Year in advance.